Welcome. Today we're going to begin discussing our manifestation equation, and we're going to discuss the first component of that equation, which is intent, and we're going to ask ourselves the question, what do I want? And you know, that makes sense because we can't manifest what we don't know we want. So identifying what we want is the first step in the process of manifesting. And we're going to need to ask ourselves some very purposeful questions. What is my specific goal? What do I want to accomplish? Do I want a concrete object, or do I want to change a behavior? What is it that I really want to manifest? Having, feeling, doing, being, experiencing. What is it that I want? Because after all, you know, if we're not clear with what we want, how is the universal mind of creativity supposed to fill our order? So we have three types of intent. Now I'm going to interchangeably use the word order and intent throughout the lecture series because to me they mean the same thing. We have three different types of order. We have the specific intent, we have the non-specific intent, and we have a combination of the two. The specific intent is used when we absolutely, unequivocally know what it is that we want to manifest. You know, it's really fun to get exactly what we want. But how many times have we all thought we wanted something and have gotten it and realized that's not what we wanted at all? So I like to use the non-specific intent. And with a non-specific intent, what I'm really doing is I'm providing an outline of what my intent is, and I'm turning it over to the universe to tweak and fine-tune it, because I know that the universe looks inside my heart and soul and knows exactly what is right for me. I know that every time I have ever given a non-specific intent over to the universal mind of creativity, it's come back to me in ways I could have never even imagined. The non-specific intent also uses this really fun spiritual law called the law of equivalency. And the reason I like it so much is that it allows me to cover all my bases. So I have an intent that I've kind of given over to the universe, very general, but I add at the end of it or the equivalent that is right and perfect for me. That's why I sometimes call this the perfect order. I'm not going to discuss the combination of specific and non-specific order since that's pretty self-explanatory. But what I do want to discuss is why our manifestations fail. What is our downfall? And the problem is that we start to change our order in midstream. I've placed my order with the universe, whether it's specific or non-specific, and then all of a sudden, oh, no, that's not what I meant. This is what I want. So that negates that thought. So the universal mind starts working on this. No, that's not what I want. I really want this. So what happens is the universal mind of creativity isn't clear what we want. And so nothing gets manifested. Now, when we use our intent, we have to use verbs. And it's important that we use the correct verb and the proper tense of the verb. The correct verb is a requirement because having, feeling, doing, being, experiencing, these are all very different verbs, and they will most definitely color our manifestation. Once we know what verb we want to use, then it is critical, and I can't really emphasize this enough. It's critical that we use the proper tense, and the proper tense of the verb is the present tense. We have to state our order as if what we are desiring is already ours. And here's what's happened when we do. We form an energy channel connection in the now between ourselves and that which we are trying to manifest. It's making its way to us as we are making its way to it through this connected energy channel that has been linked between ourselves and that object, and that is accomplished by using the present tense. And that sums up intent. And in our next session, we're going to discuss the next component of manifesting. And we're going to ask ourselves a brand new question. You know, I know what I want, but why do I want it? So until next time, may the God in me meet and greet the God in you. And at that moment, we are one with humanity. For I am in you, and you are in me. Be safe, be well, and be happy.